Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. I hope you are doing well. In today's video, we will be talking about mistakes that we do while trying to speak English. So what are these things? First thing is thinking too much before speaking. Yes, it happens. People make this mistake. They try to translate each and every sentence in your head before speaking. And what happens because of that? You break fluency, create hesitation. So you are not able to speak. So what tip I will suggest for you? Start small, use simple sentences and practice thinking in English. If you do these things, this is your first step to improve your English. Speaking English. I'm talking about speaking English because I told you that when you try to think too much, you are hesitating to speak. Instead of speaking, you just keep thinking, and that too in your mother tongue. That should not happen. Don't try to translate each and every sentence. Rather, focus on directly thinking in English. This is how it will work, friend. That's how you have to start with small things, and gradually you will develop your English speaking. Next thing that I want to share with you is fear of making mistakes. Yes, sometime before speaking English, we are afraid of speaking English, making mistakes, staying silent instead of trying. So you may mistakes, but don't worry. Just right now I made mistakes. Say this happens. So we may make mistakes, but if we stay silent, it is not going to work. Instead of that, what should we do is we should try to speak. See how it matters. It blocks confidence and practice opportunities. So when we are afraid of making mistakes, we will not think of doing more practice. So what is the tip here? Remember, you have to think that mistakes are part of learning. Speak anyway. Even if you make thousands of mistakes in your English speaking journey, no worry. Until and unless you start it, you're not going to learn it. That's why even if you make a lot of mistakes, you should think that okay, I'm making mistakes, no worries, let me go ahead, let me try it one more time. And this is how you should stay away from staying silent. This is one of the important thing. Next thing is very important: overusing fancy words. Yes, sometime at the beginning of our English speaking journey, what we try to do is we have heard some new word and we directly try to use this advanced words in our English by using uncommon or difficult word. Go with very simple word and then you can gradually develop your vocabulary. See, when you try to use fancy word, how it impacts your pronunciation. So your speech sounds looks it sounds unnatural and confusing because people are not able to understand what you are saying, and you are also saying something which is confusing. So try to use simple and clear words. Initially you have to do this. Gradually you will develop. After reading a lot, you will develop natural communication, and it will take some time to actually use different words in your way of speaking English. Initially it's not necessary to use difficult word. Rather, try to be more natural. Use simple and clear language. Next thing is very important, that is speaking in a monotone, no voice variation. Yeah, people do it. See, right now I'm speaking with you. I'm trying my best to keep not it in monotone. I'm trying to change my voice variation, voice modulation. People do these mistakes. That same tone is used by them throughout the sentence. No, you have to change your tone. If you don't change your tone, your sounds looks dull, listener lose interest. And it is true that whenever I'm giving lecture in the class, and if I'm using a simple tone, or I will not say simple but just a monotonic language, it's not going to work. People feel tired of listening to such things. So what you are supposed to do is you have to trace some keywords. Whatever words you think are important, you have to lower your voice. For emotions, practice reading loud. The best practice is read loudly every day. Try to read loud, then you can understand what you should do. Next thing is, sometime when you are trying to speak English, you also ignore your body language as a part of communication. See, what mistakes you commit is no eye contact, nervous movement, or stiff posture. Just a day before, I took interview of one girl, and when she was giving an interview, she was not maintaining proper eye contact. So it had a bad impression that she is not looking at the camera, she is looking more nervous. So I suggested her that she should improve this body language, because when you are not using proper body language, it reduces your impact. Whatever you are saying, people will not take it effectively. So better thing to do is sit or stand confidently, smile, and use natural gestures. When you do these things, it looks natural, and people also enjoy watching this kind of videos. Not just videos, but the way you speak. People will listen to your English when you are speaking like this. You are sitting confidently, smiling, also using natural gestures. All this should work for you. Next thing I really want to tell you is sometimes you are just speaking too fast. Yes, you are too fast. I have seen many people who are speaking too fast and people listening to them are not able to understand. So don't rush to sentences to sound fluent. Not necessary that you should speak very fast. Take your time because how it impacts negatively, words are unclear, audience can't follow. Yes, audience should follow you. Whatever you are saying, audience should understand. So better thing to do is slow down slightly, add pauses after important points. Right now, see the way I am speaking. It is different from monotonous tone. It is different from speaking too fast. I am slowing down. I'm taking my time to express myself. This is how we have to express. This is how we have to understand that, when we are rushing sentences to sound fluent, it is not going to work. Rather, we have to slow down slightly, add pauses, it will work. Next thing I want to share with you is you are not listening carefully. Yes, you should be good listener to become a good speaker. Because see, when you are focusing only on what you want to say, it is not going to work, because you should listen to others as well, what they are trying to say, how it negatively affect, or how what is the negative impact, wrong or irrelevant response. See, that is very important part of communication. When you are talking with someone, listen to them carefully and then react. Don't go into hurry mode. So better tip for is listen fully before replying. Active listening improves conversation flow. Just yesterday it happened with me that I wanted to tell a shop owner that I want to do something, but immediately that person, without listening to me, responded. So it created a negative feeling about that person. So that's how I realized that before speaking, or just listen to them carefully and then go ahead, speak something then. Okay, next thing is, sometimes you are just using like, oh, and I mean you are using this word unnecessary. Overusing filler words can make your speech sound disorganized and unprofessional. It is true. So that's why what mistake you make is filling every pause with meaningless word, like you say okay, not like this. How it will affect, it weakens clarity and confidence. People think that why this person is repeating the word again and again. So what's the idea? Replace filler words with short pauses, right? So stay silent instead of saying okay, whatever. No, make sure that you are not speaking this way, because when you think of improving your English, you have to think about all these topics. This is how you become a good speaker. This is how you improve your English. This is how you improve your communication. Next point is lack of practice in real conversations. Yes friend, you should actually have real conversations. What mistakes we do is we only read, we only write, we only listen to English. But when we are going to actually speak English, when you are just focusing on reading, writing and listening, it will just improve your knowledge without fluency. If you want to become fluent, you actually have to speak. I do this daily because I am a college lecturer and I get a lot of opportunities to talk to people in English. But what about you? You people also should practice daily, talk to your friends, record yourself, join discussion, create discussion. Motivation should be there. I told you that if you want to become good at communication, then you have to think of participation in debate competition, then speaking regularly with your friends in English, doing I mean practice every day. Doing some kind of practice will definitely boost your confidence, and this is how slowly, gradually we learn the things. And the last point that I want to tell you is sometimes we are copying accent instead of clarity. Yes, it happens that we should focus on clearly pronouncing the word instead of just forcing a British or American accent. I have seen many people who try to speak like British people, like, just try to understand that it's their native language, so they have their own way of expressing their thoughts. You should have your own way. If you just try to follow them, your speech sounds fake, sometimes unclear. People are not able to listen to you, and when people are not able to listen to you, it's not going to work for you. So focus on clear pronunciation and neutral accent first. Try to utter the word clearly. Even if there is mother tongue effect, no worries, just try to utter the word in a right manner. This is how it will work. I hope you got the point. Thank you very much for watching the video. Have a good day ahead. Thank you.